Starting a business in Massachusetts is super exciting right up until the point you have to deal with legal paperwork. Setting up an LLC is the smartest move to protect yourself, but actually getting it done comes down to two options. You can either dig through the state's websites and file it all yourself, or you can just use a professional service to take the whole thing off your plate and save yourself a massive headache. But today, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how both those routes work, step by step, so you can figure out which makes the most sense for your own setup.
A quick heads up, I have put affiliate links in the description for everything we're covering. If you use them, I do earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel.
Now, what exactly is an LLC? Well, a limited liability company, or LLC as it's more commonly known, is a type of business structure that combines the flexibility and simplicity of a partnership with the liability protection of a corporation. Pretty cool. By forming an LLC, you establish a separate legal entity for your business, meaning your personal assets are separate from your company's liabilities. In other words, if your LLC has any legal problems, even debt, your personal assets should be totally out of the picture. Also, LLCs give their owners flexibility in management, taxation options, and the chance to bring in multiple owners, known as members who can share in the company's P&L. All these benefits together, the LLC is a popular choice for a lot of entrepreneurs who are starting both new and existing ventures. Now, you can set up an LLC in two different ways, like I mentioned before. To start off, let's go through the process to do it all on your own. First up, you're gonna need to choose a name for the LLC. Make sure the name you pick is unique and hasn't already been taken or is similar to another business. You can check out Massachusetts Secretary of the Commonwealth Business Name Search. It's a mouthful. That's a good start, or honestly, a Google search does the trick too. When it comes to naming your LLC, Massachusetts has very few requirements. Of course, the name should be unique, but it also should include Limited Liability Company, either spelled out or abbreviated in the business name. You'll also want to make sure it's easy to remember. It reflects your brand. It's not too similar to another registered business in the state. A search on the Massachusetts Business Database can help you confirm your choice is available before you move forward. Next up, you'll need a registered agent, or resident agent as they're called in Massachusetts. A registered agent's job is to be the middleman for important legal documents for the business from the state. You or another member of the LLC who is a legal resident of Massachusetts can be the registered agent for the LLC, but it's important to consider availability if you want to go this route. If all the members work full-time outside the business, fulfilling those duties in-house might get tricky. Because of that, an outside person or service may be a better fit, so definitely consider all your options. But now we can actually move on to creating the LLC. In Massachusetts, it's officially filing the Certificate of Organization with the state. Some of the questions you'll see in your Certificate of Organization are your EIN, which we'll talk about later, the name and address of the LLC, what the business will do, that's important, the name of the registered agent, and the name and address of each member of the LLC. And it'll ask you for a dissolution date if you want there to be one. State fees are due with the application. The fee is it's a heavy one. It's $500. You can file your paperwork online through the Secretary of the Commonwealth or by mail. Now, the next step is to create your own operating agreement. Now, Massachusetts doesn't technically require you to have one, but an operating agreement makes sure all the members are on the same page. Even in a single member LLC, it's still better to have one than not. Think of it like a blueprint for your business. The agreement should have the breakdown in ownership, membership rights and responsibilities, how profits and losses are divided, what happens in the event of disputes in the business, and the procedure if a member wants to leave or close the LLC altogether. Now, these documents are often called living documents, meaning they can and totally should be changed at any time to show any changes in the LLC. Now, next up is that employer identification number, the EIN that we talked about earlier. It's kind of like your business's social security number. Having one is crucial to do like anything for a business: open a bank account, apply for a loan, hire employees, even pay income taxes. Like, it's even a question on your Certificate of Organization forms. Getting the EIN is totally free. It can be done online or by mail directly through the IRS. Speaking of the IRS, finally, you need to get your business ready to pay the necessary taxes. LLCs are considered what's called pass-through entities. Basically, the business itself ain't responsible for reporting and paying taxes. That is passed on to the owner or owners. Unless you choose to be taxed as a corporation, that's a whole other conversation. So all income from the business is then reported and paid through the owner's personal tax return. Along with those taxes, be sure to be prepared for self-employment and payroll taxes if you plan to have employees, along with sales tax. Now, sales tax actually, that's applied to the sale of physical and digital goods and some services. Getting your sales permit, which you do need, is free and you can get it online through the Massachusetts Tax Connect website. Right now, the tax rate is 6.25%. How often you need to submit taxes to the state actually depends on how much taxes you collect. If you collect more than $1,200, you need to submit to the state every month. Between $100 and $1,200, you need to submit payments quarterly. At the bare minimum, all businesses that collect any sales tax will need to file a business use tax return at least once a year. Now, along with taxes, LLCs in Massachusetts have to file an annual report as well, and that has a fee of $500. That's due on or before the anniversary of when you filed your certificate of organization. You can take care of this online through the Secretary of Commonwealth's website, or you can mail it in too. Okay, I know that sounds like a lot going on. If you're freaking out right now, it's okay, take a breath. There's an easier, way less stressful way to get all this done. Like me personally, when I set up my business, I did not have the time nor the patience to do this all myself. Honestly, I'm 100% confident I would have messed something up. That's why I went with ZenBusiness to set up my LLC. In my opinion, it's a solid option, especially if it's your first time starting a business, since they make the entire process smooth and easy. Now, of course, there are other great options. I've tried LegalZoom, TaylorBrand, Swift Filings. If you're curious actually how those compare, I'll link my full reviews for each brand in the description, along with ZenBusiness's affiliate link. For most of the brands we cover, we usually can get you some special deals that you won't find on their website, so feel free to check all those out. All right, so if you haven't heard of ZenBusiness, it's a popular information service that helps you handle all the legal and the compliance side of starting a business. They simplify the process totally of starting and managing your business, particularly for those who are new to entrepreneurship. It's got this nice, user-friendly platform. The pricing is totally reasonable, and there's actually a whole range of services here designed to help take out the complexity of starting and running your business. Now, let's go through how you'd actually apply for an LLC using them. At the first step in all this, there's a big old Start an LLC button on its website. Gotta click that. From there, you'll type in the name you've picked for your LLC and select Massachusetts from the drop-down menu. Now, next up, you'll answer some questions about your business, and the system will suggest any extras you might need based on your situation, something like a registered agent. Then you'll just pick the plan that works best for you. There is a free starter plan, literally you only need to pay the state filing fee. It's a very budget-friendly choice for new entrepreneurs. It covers essential LLC filing, there's a 100% accuracy guarantee, and it even includes optional first-year compliance monitoring at no extra charge. From there, their pro plan costs around $200 a year, plus the state fees. It adds rush filing, so your application can be processed in just one business day, and you'll also get an EIN and an operating agreement included. That just saves you from having to go through all that separately. Now, the premium plan is the top end option. That's about $400 a year plus the state fees. And that's everything from the pro plan, along with an AI website builder, a custom domain, a business email address, access to a whole library of document templates, and priority support. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking for an easier and less stressful way to handle the paperwork, ZenBusiness gives you some solid options to choose from. And that's about it. Pretty simple, right? You can try setting up your LLC in Massachusetts by yourself for sure, or let a business formation service handle the process for you. Honestly, it just depends on your own situation and what works best for you. I found ZenBusiness to be a very solid option. They guided me through everything. I handled all the filings. They even include extras like compliance reminders. It was great. But if you don't mind doing a bit of research and you want to save some money and time, you can do this all yourself. Either way, you got options and it's not as scary or difficult as it sounds. Okay, so that wraps up today's video. I really hope it was helpful. If it was, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Just as a reminder, if you want to try ZenBusiness, check out the description below for our exclusive affiliate link to get started. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, you can reach out using the email that's also down in the description. If you have any questions or comments whatsoever, please drop them below. I'll do my best to reply to as many of those as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.